Hello, my name is Emma, and I am filming this on my phone because my camera is dead, and that's honestly perfect for what this video is about. So today I want to talk about the feeling of failure, and I want to talk about that because it's been on my mind lately, and it's been on my mind in relation to this channel and to my life on the internet. And yeah, so I want to talk about it. A lot of people have talked about this. I think people talk about failure on the internet quite often, and much smarter, more interesting people have talked about it. But I just want to talk about it a little bit. And I have two sort of main ideas. I want to talk a little bit about my personal relationship with failure, and then I want to talk about reading, and I want to talk about YouTube. So my entire life, I have been really scared of failure. I think everyone is scared of failure. I think being scared of failure is a very natural instinct, natural thing. It keeps us alive, it keeps us going, it keeps us striving to be better. But my fear of failure has stopped me from doing so much. It stopped me from really pursuing art in any way that was out of my comfort zone. And that's such a sad thing because I really love visual art. I really love drawing and I really love creating things with my hands, but I never felt like I was good enough or I felt like I was going to fail at it. It wasn't until really this year that I started to explore that and I started to fall in love with it and practice and get better and better. And I'm working on getting better. You can follow my Instagram if you want to see that sort of journey. But for a long time, I was so afraid of failing at art. I was so afraid of feeling like a failure, especially in comparison to other people, which is a big reason why art school was very difficult for me. Note, I have no idea where to look, so I'm just kind of looking everywhere, just so you know. In some ways in my head, I'm thinking I'm failing at making this video because I don't know where to look. So I had that fear of failure in my life always, and it stopped me from doing so much. Now, in relation to YouTube, I have always had a fear of failure. I've always been afraid that what I'm going to make is going to be terrible and no one's going to like it and no one's going to care and no one's going to think what I'm doing is exciting or interesting or what I'm saying is smart enough, because there's so many smart, interesting, exciting, creative people on YouTube, and that's the coolest part of YouTube. So in 2012, when I was 17 years old, I created a Booktube channel. This was fairly early in the days of Booktube, and I loved reading, and I wanted to talk about it, but I felt like I was going to fail. So I never put up videos, I never really talked to people, and I stopped myself from fully committing to this thing because I felt like I was going to fail. And that was a similar feeling that I had with reading. And I talked about this almost a year ago in my reading video, where I talked about how I was always afraid of failing at reading, failing at being a real or correct reader, so I never did it. And I'm sort of at that same kind of point in my YouTube reading life right now. So I haven't been reading very much, or I've been reading a lot, but I haven't been finishing a lot. And finishing books is pretty important on Booktube. If you haven't finished a book, you can't do a review of it, you can't do a wrap-up, you can't really do anything. It's difficult. And so I've been reading lots and lots and lots of things, but I've been having trouble finishing things because I don't have time, or I've been really interested in doing art because art is like a huge stress reliever for me, and I have a lot of stress in my life and in the world and all of this craziness stuff that's going on. So I haven't been finishing very much, but I've been reading a lot. So I feel like I'm failing at reading, or I'm failing at such an important aspect of Booktube, the book part of the Booktube. So instead, I've wanted to post things, so I posted other things. I've posted, like, singing videos, and in that whole kind of a situation of singing, I feel like I'm failing at that too. I feel like I'm not good enough, or I should practice more, I should learn how to play guitar better, so I get really nervous about putting those videos up, and then they don't get very many views, or I feel like no one cares, so I take them down almost always. Within a couple of days, I take them down. Even if people like them, I still end up taking them down because I feel like I have failed in some way, and some part of me feels like I've failed at singing because I'm not as good as someone else, or I haven't practiced enough, or no one cares, and that's not what people expect from this channel. Or I've made drawing videos and I really like my views from a sketchbook video and I want to make another one. But in general, though, I've been failing with the book part of booktubing. And so, I don't know, it's just, it's difficult to know where I fit right now. I want to make videos that people are excited about, and people that I'm excited about, and that everyone's excited about. But I don't know really how right now. I don't know how to do that. It's difficult because I'm not home, and home is so much easier for me to feel comfortable in that space and feel more creative. It's my creative space. But I don't know. I just felt like consistently I've been failing. And part of that is comparing yourself to other people. There's so many people on Booktube who make beautiful videos that aren't on their phones and aren't filmed late at night and aren't, I don't know, and they're consistent and they upload at the same time and the same day of the week, and they're great and smart and interesting, and I want to watch them. And that's part of it. But I don't know. And this could just be that crisis point that I hit every few months where I don't know what I'm doing. It could be the fact that I get weirded out the fact that my channel hasn't really grown in a really long time. It could be the fact that I've been kind of branching out and I feel like I've been failing at branching out in some way. It could be that I love making those book videos, but I haven't been reading as much. Or I've been reading a lot but not finishing enough, so I feel like I can't make those book videos. In general, I don't know what I'm doing, but I feel like I'm failing. And that's a good thing to admit, I think, for me, because it's definitely difficult to admit when you feel like you're failing. And it's hard, and I feel like my stomach is clenching up when I say that. I get nervous, and it makes me scared, and I don't know why. Maybe I do know why, because failing is scary. I don't know, but I just wanted to share some of those thoughts. I'd love to know your thoughts about failure. When do you feel like you have failed, or I don't know, talking about it I think helps a lot. But anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Bye.